Hey guys, Justin here from Jennings Performance Coaching. Today I'm going to run you guys through my upper body training session. So starting off, just doing a little bit of warm-ups. We got upper today, so it's chest, back, a little bit of triceps, a little bit of delts. I'll run you guys through there. We'll talk about some of the movements that we're doing, why we're doing them, the way we do them. Just doing some warm-ups, kind of stretching out right now. One thing I always like to do for my warm-ups on chest day, I always start off with some flies. Just super light, gets the chest stretched out. This really helps me connect with my chest on my pressing movements. If I can just isolate the chest for a handful of reps here. Opens the shoulders up to this big range of motion. So I always start out doing just kind of a general warm up. I do some arm circles, some side bends, twists, just get everything moving, get everything kind of freed up, my shoulders, elbows, everything feeling good. Then I'll do my flies that you guys just saw. Get the chest stretched out, just make sure all my joints are feeling good, make sure I'm feeling nice. I'll take about 50% of my working weight for the day, do somewhere between 8 to 12 reps with that, just till I'm feeling good, and then I'll just move up progressively till I get to my working weight, take that for a double or so, and then move on from there. So this is my first warm-up set. Let you guys see kind of how I work through it. Feeling pretty good. Shoulders, everything's feeling good. Chest feeling strong today. Just from the flies, that first warm-up set. Feeling pretty strong. It's gonna be my last warm-up set. I don't think I'll need any more. I've got the 80s, which is gonna be my working weight. My working weight for today. I'm gonna take these for probably a double. Just see how it feels. Don't wanna tire myself out too much for my working set, but you guys will get to see how I do that. So my working weight was 80s. I started with the 50s, I think 10 is what I did there, and split the difference, went up to 65s, did 6 there, and so now I'll do the 80s for a couple, and that'll be pretty much my warming up. Always warm up for my first exercise, my big exercise for that muscle group, pretty extensively. Do my arm circles, my flies, 3 warm-up sets, and then I call and go from there. And so I don't do a ton of warming up. It's kind of as needed. I don't really have a warm-up protocol, but do whatever works for you. I don't really see any sense in spending a ton of time warming up if it's not something that you feel like you need to do. If you're stiff, if you're tight, something like that, then you need to do a lot of warming up. Definitely, by all means, go ahead. But if you're feeling good and everything's moving, I don't see any sense in wasting a ton of time. All right, first working set. Here we go. Set number 2 coming up here. See what I can't get 7 here. We're gonna try not to go to failure again. We're gonna try to cap it at that 0 to 1 RIR there. We're shooting for 7. Yep. The way I like to auto-regulate my training is same load, but dropping 2 reps between sets. So if I do, 9 on set number 1, set number 2 should be about 7. If set number 2 is 9 again, or 8, I'll do another set just until you drop 2 reps between sets, or do a 5% reduction in weight. But that's what I'm doing. Let's get this 3rd set underway. See what's up. That felt better than any of them. Maybe I need to take a few more warm-up sets, because the first set there was the worst one out of all 3 of those. That one felt really good though. I'm really happy with that. My second exercise, cambered bar bench press. I've moved the bench angle up a little bit from where I was on incline, so gonna hit the pec just a little bit differently. I'm gonna be able to get pretty good stretch with this Duffalo bar here. So So I'll show you guys what I was talking about, the feel set. So I've got 10 pounds below my working weight on here right now. I'm gonna take this for a double and see how it feels. And then if I need to make any adjustments from there, I can. So it just lets me feel the weight, feel the movement out with a relatively heavy weight compared to what I'm gonna be doing. I like doing that as opposed to doing a bunch of warm-ups for every exercise. I feel like I'm already warmed up. I already did 3 sets of incline dumbbell. So get my working weight on here and then we'll see how it goes. So you guys have probably seen me sipping on this here in between sets. That's just my intro workout. When I work out in the mornings, like I've been doing here recently, you don't want to do it on an empty stomach, but it's really hard to eat something before getting into the gym. And so what I have in here is 25 grams of highly branched cyclic dextrin and then 25 grams of clear whey. That's from Titan Nutrition. It's a supplement company that I'm working with. I love their stuff. Their pre-workout is awesome. Creex, if you like stem. They have one called Stem Rush. It's super high stem. If you're into that, you would love it. It's got L-theanine in there, so it kind of avoids that crash that you get from a lot of super high stem pre-workouts. Their Unrivaled Pump, whenever I'm working out in the afternoons and I don't want caffeine, that is the best pump product I've ever tried. That combined with their Swole Shot, it's a liquid glycerol. But anyways, the link, 20% off, use my code TitanJPC. The link will be down in the description. But anyways, back to my intro. So I've got 25 grams highly branched cyclic dextrin in here, 25 grams of clear whey isolate. And so I'll do one of those before I get to the gym. So about 30 minutes before I get to the gym, I'm piling one of those down with about 500 milligrams of sodium. And then I have another one whenever I get here. I start sipping on it, and now I finish it up about the end of my workout. So I'm getting about 50 grams of carbs, 40 grams of protein through my pre and intra workout window, which is plenty enough to fuel your workout, hold you over till after the training session, when you can eat a big bolus of carbs and protein, all that good stuff to help you recover. But let's get this set. All right, that felt really good. Took a couple minutes there to recover and hit this set. I think that's what you call 0 RR. Whew. Man, that was a tough one. Love it, love it. The way number 6 felt there, I thought that one was gonna be easier. I'll take it though. I really like this death low bar bench press. Super stable, lets you get a little bit extra range of motion as opposed to just a regular barbell. And so feels good on the pecs, feels good on the shoulders. I really think the more stretch you can get, I'm not like length and partials only, super stretch, like all that stuff. But I think if you can do the same movement, but with a deeper range of motion, you're probably doing more. If it's not for hypertrophy benefits, just for mobility, injury prevention, that type of stuff, if you can get deeper in a squat, if you can go lower on a press, whatever, fill in the blank, if you can go, you know, lower on a hamstring curl, like you're gonna be more resilient there. Your muscles are used to being stretched like that. And so I'm a big fan of anything that allows you to get a little bit more stretch. So that's why I like doing these, but I'll quit talking. I need to go warm up for some back. Got some single arm pull downs next, some chest supported rows, some flexion rows, and then we'll be winding down. But I'm gonna go warm up for back. See you guys in just a few minutes. I'm doing my warm up single arm pull downs now. I like to do these kneeling. So I'll kneel down like this, one knee underneath the pad here, hold on with my opposite hand. So this cable doesn't pivot. So it's real awkward if you're sitting centered here and trying to pull it off to the side. It feels like you're about to derail it. So it'd be ideal if this cable moved, but it doesn't. So we just line our shoulder up with it here. I'm gonna lean forward a little bit, kind of mimic a pullover, and then I'm gonna pull my elbow down to my hip, or as close as I can get it till I hit the pad here. So I'm arcing my elbow to my hip. That should mimic kind of a pullover type pattern. So actually I'll do it on this side so you guys can see it maybe a little bit better. That should be kind of like a pullover type pattern. So we're starting here, we're leaning forward just a little bit. So one thing that I have trouble with here is pulling myself too far into the machine, and then I'll hit this here. So I've got to remember to kind of stay back away from the machine to let my arm arc up like this so I can then arc it down. But that's the gist of it there. I'm gonna grab another warm-up set, my working weight, and you guys will see the working sets whenever we get back to it. One thing I haven't talked about, I figured I'd tell you guys a little bit about, is kind of what phase I'm in right now. And so I'm trying to remember what week it was, beginning or middle of September, I came out of a pretty aggressive diet phase. We're gonna call it a prep. I was not prepping for a show, but we were running it like I was. And I think it was 21 weeks or 23 weeks, something like that. And I had 2 weeks worth of diet breaks in there. So it was pretty close to a prep. I was starting to get pretty lean. I was probably 4 or 5 weeks out, somewhere around in there, starting to get some lines in my glutes and stuff. It was cool. But coming out of that, I was super fatigued, and training was kind of suffering. I was super food focused, really tired, not a lot of energy. I just really wasn't in a good place to grow. And so it took me about 3 weeks at maintenance, just doing my thing, nothing crazy, to get kind of back to normal. And so this is week 4, I believe. But we just pushed the calories up. So I'm a couple hundred calories above maintenance right now. I'm trying to gain slowly, you know, not slow, but not fast. We don't want to make the mistake of trying to put on a bunch of size fast and put on a bunch of fat that we're gonna have to diet off later. And so the sports supplements are coming up slowly. We're pretty low right now, 504, if you know, you know. But that's where we're at now. They're starting to come up slowly, as calories are gonna come up slowly as well. And hopefully we can put on some quality size over the next several months, and you know, maybe not get too fat this time around is what we're trying to avoid. But anyways, I'll quit jabbering about that. That's just something, it was the leanest I'd ever been. First time I'd actually been like sure enough lean, and I didn't know what to expect. I thought I'd be able to rebound and just grow and blow up. I was not in a place where I could rebound. Maybe some people are. I was not. I was absolutely hammered there at the end of that fat loss phase. But we're coming back now. Progressions are starting to show up. This has been my best week in the gym in a long time. Best week in the gym since the diet got tough. So love to see it starting to come back. Let's do this set. I don't know who's in charge of the radio here, but it's 50-50. It's either like the worst music you ever heard, or it's like Metallica, Limp Bizkit, like actually some decent stuff. But it's 50-50. There's no telling what you're gonna get. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the weight, probably 5 pounds. That'd be about 5%. See what I can't hit the same reps on the next set, and then we might call it. But I'm feeling really good today, so we're gonna, like what Jordan Peters always says, if it's there, take it. So we're gonna try to take it today. I was coming over here to do some chest supported rows, and I found that the short bus, in fact, does deliver people to our gym, because some absolute retard left the calibrated kilogram plates on the chest supported row machine. Why in the world we're using calibrated kilogram plates on the chest supported row machine, I don't know, but if that's what you like, go for it. But if you're leaving them on there, I assume that your mother works at a truck stop and she probably doesn't get a W-2 from them, if you know what I mean. Oh, I'm not this person's mother. I'm not here to clean up after them. So I'm gonna just run it with these. I'll take it off whenever I'm done. But if you're leaving your plates on your machine, I don't know, drink bleach or something. Went ahead and ran through my warm-ups here. You guys might be able to see it from here. I've got a yoga mat under my heels because I stand on the floor when I do these instead of on the platform. And I don't like this platform digging into my heels. So I put a yoga mat there. I've got this pivot pad underneath my chest as well, because if not, I'll touch the weights to the floor before I can get a full stretch. You guys will see what I mean by that here in a minute. But we're gonna bang these out. Yep. As you might notice, I am no longer in the gym, and I was not at the end of my training session. So what happened was, after that first set of chest supported rows that you guys saw, my camera died. So what I did do, so that I could finish the video for you guys and kind of talk you through what the rest of this day looks like, is I went ahead and shot some video on my phone. So I'm going to put that over here for you guys and let that play through while I tell you guys about it. So next exercise up was barbell flexion rows. So we got, if you're not familiar with the barbell flexion row, it's basically a bent over row and a pendlay row with some extra hip extension. So you guys will see what I mean here uh, as we go through the video, but I'm just going to let the video play and talk you guys through it, kind of why I do the things I do, and we'll go from there. That's how we'll run the rest of this video. So sorry about the technical difficulties, but hopefully you guys can still see what's going on and learn something from it. So with the barbell flexion row, I'm basically just going to get in a regular bent over row position here in a deficit, and my back is going to round, and then I'm going to pull up, arch my back, and touch the bar to my lower stomach like you guys see there. So these I like to do a little bit higher reps. So somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 to 15 reps. I like these as opposed to a regular uh, bent over row where you might go a little bit heavier. You got a lot of spinal flexion going on here. You don't want to go too crazy with it, risk some injury. But I really like these. They build nice erectors, uh, pretty much target the whole back. So after that, we were on to dips, or and so I've been doing bodyweight dips, doing them for higher reps. But as I'm moving through and going to start this gaining phase, I'm going to start doing weighted dips. So a little bit lower reps. What I'll do is just hang the weight on me. And then as my body weight increases, I'll probably just keep the weight the same. And that'll ensure that I'm progressing as long as I'm hitting the same reps week to week. So I like to get the dip bar really high, stand on a box. You can see here, go all the way down, getting my shoulders nice and low there, lower than my elbows. Small pause at the bottom, exploding up. Trying to lean forward a little bit. I don't know how much you guys can see that here, but trying to lean forward a little bit and put a little bit of extra target on that mid to lower chest area. The main thing though is the big stretch on the triceps and the pecs. Triceps, pecs, and front delts at the bottom is going to be what you're looking for here. But one more, stop at the bottom there. And then I've got cable laterals, and I like to do these behind the back. Earlier in the week on my push session, I do them in front. So I stand facing the machine, do them like this. This session, I do them behind the back. So I will stand away from the machine. You guys will see me going behind my back, going out like this. A little bit different. Hits the delts a little bit differently there. And I like to just mix it up. So one thing with these is stretched partials. I think stretched partials or doing lengthened partials, you can see there, I hit the top of the machine. I moved back a little bit so that I could hit the top right as my delt kind of gets parallel to the floor, or right as my arm gets parallel to the floor there, and I get kind of peak contraction on that delt. But I think stretched partials on these have really contributed a lot to my delt growth over the last year, and not worrying about going all the way to the top, using a heavy enough weight that I can actually stimulate the delt in the stretch position, and not have to worry about getting all the way to the top on every rep, I think has been super helpful for me as I've moved through these bulking and cutting phases, or gaining and fat loss phases over the last little bit. See there, stretch partials, just barely moving, really stretch on that delt. Well, that is the end of my training session, guys. Once again, I'm sorry about the technical difficulties, but hopefully you still enjoyed the video. Hopefully you're able to take something from it. Hang around. You're going to get to see some cool posing footage from me here in just a little bit. I'm going to put that up on the screen here. And until next time, train hard, take care of your diet, get your blood work done, stay healthy. If you like this content, like and subscribe. All my links are down in the video description. Link to my coaching website, Instagram, Titan Nutrition. That's the only supplements I use. So my pre, my intra, my protein powder, all of that stuff, my creatine, all comes from Titan Nutrition. So use my code Titan JC, J Jesus. use my code TITANJPC to get 20% off your order. And if you like this content, like and subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Thanks guys, bye.